Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to teach 5 fun card tricks that anyone can do. These tricks are with gimmicks that are homemade, and I'm going to teach you the secrets at the end of the video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. This trick begins with 5 cards that are cut in half. The magician begins by stacking the top halves of all the cards and then the bottom halves. He then explains that he's going to spell out the words, sort the magic cards. However, for each word, when he spells a letter, he's going to move one card to the bottom of the deck. And the spectator, at any point, can stop him and tell him to switch to the other half. Then he begins spelling S, O, R, and let's say the spectator stops there and tells him to switch to the other side. And they really can stop at any time. T. Now take those 2 top cards and put them aside. It is a free choice. The spectator can stop him at any point. Now the second part. T. Let's say they stop right there. Switch to the other deck. H. E. Now take the top 2 cards and put them aside. What's great about this trick is it is really clean. There's no sleight of hand. You really do stop when they tell you to stop. M. A. Stop there, let's say. G. I. C. Magic. Now place these 2 parts aside. And then we're going to spell the last word, which is cards. C, A, R, let's say they stop there, D, S. Now we'll put both of them aside. Now the magician flips the top halves of the cards over and asks the spectator how many they think they matched. It'd be a miracle if 1 or 2 matched, but what are the odds that all 5 would match? For this trick, the magician displays 3 cards, 2 black jacks and a red 10. Then he flips them over one by one. Now, with a simple snap of the fingers, the 10 is gone. For this trick, the magician displays 6 cards and explains that one of them is different from the others. Then he asks the spectator to choose a number between 1 and 6. They really can choose any number, but for this example, let's say they chose number 4. So he counts over 4 cards and flips that one over to show it's different than the rest. But really, it's the same but different. For this trick, the magician displays 12 cards and then places a prediction card on the table that will match just one of those 12 cards. The magician then asks the spectator to point to one of the 2 rows. He then eliminates the row the spectator selects. Now, with 6 cards left on the table, he asks the spectator to choose a number between 1 and 6, and it really is a free choice. They could choose any number. For this example, let's say they chose 3. So he counts over 3 cards and flips that card over. He then flips the prediction card over to show they're the same card. Of course, people suspect that the rest of the cards might also be 7s of hearts. So then he flips those over to show they are also all the same card. For this trick, the magician displays 3 cards, 2 that are black and then a red queen. Then shows that the back of the red queen is also red while the other cards are blue. Then he mixes them up and asks the spectator to follow the queen. It's obvious that it's got to be the one in the middle, right? Now I'll teach you the secrets on how to make the gimmicks for these 5 tricks. Please take a second to like and subscribe if you haven't already. To make the gimmick for Follow the Queen, you'll take a queen and cut it on an angle like this. Now place a small piece of Scotch tape on the back edge of the queen that you just cut. Then fold the tape back and stick it onto the jack on an angle like this. Now trim the corner of the queen so it doesn't hang past the side of the jack. Now the queen will open like a flap, and you'll be able to stick another card underneath that and hide it behind the third card. Now place the other jack on top of the blank card and cover the bottom with your thumb. Now you can write whatever message you like onto the blank card. If you don't have a blank card around the house, you can use an ace, which has a lot of blank space on it. It does the job. Now, when you perform the trick, you can freely show both sides of the cards. Of course, don't separate them until they're upside down. And don't worry about placing the blue cards on the table if someone's going to try to flip them over. Everyone's so focused on the queen that they never think about the other cards. To set up for the same but different card trick, you'll need a bunch of mini cards that match each other and one regular size card that also matches those. Then you'll paste one mini card to the back of the regular size card sideways like this. Now you'll place two mini cards face down, followed by the regular size cards sideways, and then the rest of the mini cards on top of that to hide the rest of the regular size card. Now you'll ask the spectator to give you a number between 1 and 6. No matter what number they give you, you have to get to this card though in order for the trick to work. Of course, it's easy. If they pick 3, you'll just count from the side, 1, 2, 3, and you get to that card. If they pick 4, you'll do the same, just start from the other side. If they pick 1, you'll spell it out, O-N-E, to get to the card. And if they pick 2, you'll do the same, T-W-O. If they pick 5, you'll also spell it out, but you'll start from the other side, F-I-V-E. And 6 has 3 letters, so you'll start from the left for that one. So no matter what number they pick, you'll end up with the right card. And now, you'll reach under and quickly flip it over to reveal the larger card. It's important to do this part quickly so they don't see the half card glued to the back of this card. To perform Gone, you'll need 3 of the same card and then one different card that you can cut in half and paste to the back of one of the other cards, just like this. Now use the other 2 cards to hide the half card that's a back. When you square up the cards, you have to be careful not to show the half of the 10 that's not actually a 10. Now you'll flip the first card over and then reach down and flip the second one. And if you rotate the cards, you can separate them, showing only the top half of the 10 that's the back of the other card. Be careful not to slide the middle card up too far or else they'll see the half 10. Now make a magical gesture, flip the cards over and show that the 10 is gone. To perform the same card, you'll need 11 cards that match each other and then 2 additional cards that also match each other, and place one in this position. Now ask the spectator to point to one of the 2 rows of 6 cards. It doesn't matter which one they point to. Either way, you're going to eliminate this pile because you know the card is in the other one. So if they pointed to the other pile, you would have said, okay, we'll work with these 6. But because they pointed to this pile, you'll say, okay, we'll eliminate these 6. Either way, leaving you with the correct pile to work with. Now you'll ask the spectator to choose a card between 1 and 6. You'll use the same method as in Same But Different that I explained earlier to get to this card regardless of what number they choose. So if they choose the numbers 3 or 4, you will just counter the card from one side or the other, and any other number you will spell out to get to that card. Now you'll simply flip the cards over to complete the trick. To perform Sort the Magic cards, you'll take any 5 cards and cut them in half like this. When you stack them, the top half you'll start from right to left. However, when you do the bottom half, you go from left to right so that they're in opposite order. The best part about this trick is that after that setup, the rest of it is self-working. You'll spell out the words, sort the magic cards, one at a time, and the spectator really can tell you when to switch at any time they want. It doesn't matter when they stop, the cards will always come out in order. All you have to remember is that when you get to the end of a word, you stop, put both decks down, and take the top cards off both. This trick is so good, you'll even fool yourself when you flip the cards over. Hey, why not leave a comment to let us know which of these tricks was your favorite?